the same time, of course, so I can crush Pseudo's bones, not to mention. So I hope you all will enjoy that as well. Scheming, yes. Definitely. Crush.
I wish to be crushed by a lot of meat.
Meat.
See, I'm being nice, I'm saying meat.
Anyways, no, you're not being nice. You should say muscles, not meat. You know, meat is like...
Muscles? Okay, sure. Muscles it is. We shall see how muscles he has when he actually loses and he has to do the 50 sit-ups right there.
So right now, actually going to move into the game. The ban and picks has already begun. So do stay tuned to see these epic moments, and at the same time, I try to punch Pseudo when we change the scene because he can't fix his mic and it's giving me so much trouble. Like that.
I have no idea why the mic's not having fixed.
And we can see right now, oh, the quick bans are going on as per usual. When you see a match of SGS against KL Hunters, they really know what they want to take out for both sides. So at the same time, they want to stop each other's strategies, which they thought they might be playing for today. And we can see that Dyna, Twisted Fate, and Malphite being taken out very quickly by the KL Hunters right there. Twisted Fate, there's definitely a targeted ban. At the same time, Dyna has been one of those very much played champions, not just by SGS, but at the same time by TPA, and the high burst, the assassination, the combination of how she just charges in and be tanky and hold everyone at the same position for the opponents is very helpful for the team. And Malphite, just, well, its unstoppable force is really just unstoppable. Well, unless you missed it, of course, then it becomes nothing. But of course, there will be something very, very interesting to see right now, the lineups, because right now Lee Sin has been taken off. Last week we saw Apions play a very solid Lee Sin during the GPL, and hopefully we will see this again once again today. I believe it will be a jungle Lee Sin because I don't really see Marquis play Lee Sin that much at top. And we see for the band champions on Singapore side, it's going to be Morgana, Shen, Jace.
Okay, so what about now? Can you guys hear me? I think I fixed it.
His voice is not sexy enough, you can't hear him. You just can't hear him.
I think I fixed it.
And so we see Morgana, one of the top bands, of course, because of her high initiation. When she catches someone off guard, at the same time, protection from her teammates is very hard to deal with sometimes. It's just very troublesome during a team fight. And we see Shen beaming out the global ultimate. One of the reasons why Singapore did lose was to Shen and Carter's combo played by SAJ. And Shen, in overall, is a quite strong top laner. A bit weaker as a jungler, but but as a jungler, he's able to position himself very well, so to speak, in terms of even if he's taking the blue buff or red buff, wherever he is, he just teleports instantly after getting the buff to help out wherever needs to be helped. And lastly, Jace. I thought Singapore centers would want to pick Jace as Tofu. Oh, okay, never mind. Tofu has went to NS. I totally forgot. So if you have not noticed, actually a change in lineup for Singapore Sentinels, where it's going to be Darkness, Equoker at the bot lane, Kailing will be the jungler, Hallelujah will be the top lane, and Chowie will be the AP mid. And so this will be something different, I suppose, in the terms of the changes or lineups on what champions they will play. And Jace being taken out, I suppose, is just something they don't want to deal with. The poke composition, and Monkeys can play Jace as well.
Yeah, the poke composition definitely from Jace is very, very strong with what he can actually do. You know, carry from range to melee, he can harass at very early levels. He can push people back with a smack to the face. So it's a lot of different things that Jace can actually do, which is why primarily people like to ban out Jace.
Yes. And also we see Hagane finally getting his Nunu pickup so far. I believe last week he didn't get it, I believe. Either was took by the opponent, he had to play something else, or do I remember that wrongly? Do you remember? I haven't been seeing Nunu and Azure played that much because Azure has been banned quite a bit, and we can see, however, Azure not being the first pick for KLH this time. They're actually not picking it at all, and wow, actually going for Nunu Vayne against a Corki and the Blitzcrank. That seems quite dangerous. What do you think?
It is very dangerous, in fact. I don't know.
Oh, never mind. It's going to change to Azure. Hopefully, it does change to Azure. Azure does have a better fighting chance, so to speak, because if Blitzcrank, if those of you who do not notice or do not know, when Blitzcrank grabs Azure, he still can essence shift.
It's a locked-in Vayne.
Wow. Okay.
I'm not really sure about this, to be honest. I think Singapore Sentinels has a huge advantage here. I like the Blitzcrank, I like the Alistar combination, I like Rengar. It seems a lot of burst, a lot of jump. It's a lot of instant things that's actually going on. So, I don't know. I really like this. I like Brand if Brand is being picked up.
I don't like Brand.
Why?
Because it's not being picked at all. I mean, if you see, throughout the season mostly, I believe, and also throughout all games played so far and all the
That is right. I like how Singapore Sentinels is doing this. Chowi could be picking up Brad. It could be a very interesting combination being picked up here.
You got crushed. Your hopes and dreams.
But Lux being picked again. So we saw last week Saigon Jokers using Lux. We saw Taipei Assassins using Lux as well. I don't know. This is interesting. We even saw Bangkok Titans use Lux. Leah was using Lux as well. So if this indeed it will be a Lux. So far before this, Saigon Jokers used Lux and it wasn't all that effective. Bangkok Titans used Lux against TPA and it wasn't all that effective. Will Singapore Sentinels come out on it? I am rooting for them. It should be really great. Lux with Teleport is a good combination that we have there. A lot of CC, grabs, blinds, pulverizer stuns, knocks up into the air. I don't know, I like it. I like the lineup of Singapore Sentinels. I think it's a very, very strong lineup and it looks like TeddyTibbers will be doing the 50 push-ups after sit-ups after all.
Nope, I do not do not happen, do not need to worry. Okay, overall lineup wise, I believe for early stage, depends on whether they actually go to the same lane. That will actually be the determinant of how this turns out. Because I mean, maybe for Yorick he might be going to bot lane against Blitzcrank and well, Corky. It might be quite weird, quite hard to see how Yorick will fare from that. But but he's able to block the grabs from Blitzcrank with his ghouls, so to speak.
I'm not sure if this is the patch, but the ghouls pathing has been changed, where they now everybody the ghouls do not block paths any longer.
Yeah, but it's not like they get grabbed. I mean, getting grabbed from Blitzcrank's rocket grab, that's different.
Oh yes, it's nothing to do with pathing. I am mistaken there. So yes, I don't know. If Vayne doesn't tumble out right, what's going to happen is that she's going to get caught. She's going to go down. But you see, Jaeyoung not taking Ignite, but taking Heal instead. So he knows he cannot get caught here. And in fact, no Ignites taken on the side of KL Hunters whatsoever. Rengar with the Ignite. I wonder, will Hallelujah playing Rengar be playing AP or AD?
So let's just take a look.
Let's just take a look.
You can see from here, ching ching.
Indeed, it is magic penetration, movement speed, and additional armor. So it looks like it will be going with AP. And for the Masteries, 921.
But you see, for his Mastery side, he's actually taking armor penetration and attack speed instead of taking spell penetration and cooldown reduction. But the 21 on his side, that makes sense, being want to be much more tankier as a top laner at the same time.
With additional cooldowns taken there as well. So I don't know, we could see a possible hybrid here. Not fully going AP, but having some values of AP actually being taken up and some attack damage actually being, done as well. So he wants to be a little bit tanky. He wants to be able to deal versatile amounts of damage to the people based on how KL Hunters is actually reacting.
Yes.
So if Karthus gets a little bit too fed, what's going to happen is that he's going to start building a little bit more MR there. And if they are building too much magic resist on their team, Rengar can switch over to be more of an AD damager from there.
Because his first skill, his bonus ratio is actually quite high, so to speak, especially doing the max stats. The W is 100% AP ratio. Rengar is actually one of the better hybrid champions, so to speak. Without that much AD, his Q, his basic damage is really high enough to deal just that much damage, or enough damage needed to kill the squishies like Karthus, Nunu, as well as Vayne on the KL Hunters team. And so, one last thing to check, I just want to see Vayne's runes. Is he going to play something very different for this matchup, maybe just to see anything different? But no, it's just going to be 16 physical damage, 13 armor, and magic resist per level. And for the mastery size, it's going to be, well, just to say, I suppose, right now, more typical of an AD carry right now with the heal and the flash, going for 21-9-0 instead of 21, maybe 21 mix of the defense as well as utilities right there. Because personally right now, or as myself, I do play a bit more AD carries, so to speak, personally. And right now my rune set, I mean for my masteries, is a bit different, so to speak. I play 21-3-6.
21-3-6, explain the tree.
The tree basically is on defense. I just take the armor boost.
Okay.
So I take 6 armor from there.
Okay.
And then for my utility, I take the 6 points depending on what kind of AD champion I'm playing, or maybe what is my support.
Okay.
I take 1 point in improved recall,
Okay.
3 points into mana per level, and then maybe 2 points in mana regen per level. Mana regen or movement speed.
Okay.
Like if I use Vayne, I'll take the extra 1% movement speed.
Yeah, because it actually does help out.
Actually does help out a bit. And as well as for the mana regeneration, if you play Ash, you play Ezreal, sometimes in the early stages you get pushed back quite a bit.
So you need to use the additional skills to help you either keep up in CS or to actually do the poke. Okay, that kind of makes sense. So
yeah, but for the defense to take 21-9, that's more safety.
Yep.
More safe option with the extra health right there.
Okay, so what's going to happen now is that we will be moving into game. It was a very quick loading of the champions. So, and here we are. We have the KL Hunters and the Singapore Sentinels.
Yes, and KL Hunt and oh wow, okay, something just went wrong instantly. But if those of you who did notice on the minimap now, there are two pings going down just now. A first ping by the Singapore Centers at the top lane brush. I think Singapore Centers will be going for invade into the blue, and KLH is going to focus and guard the blue. So we're going to see whether this is going to be an early level 1 engage that's going to happen. It's going to be very interesting to see, because overall right now the advantage for the early stage, it is on Singapore Center's side.
It definitely is on Singapore Sentinel's side. At the level 1, Alistar is the king of invade. Then you have the additional Blitzcrank there as well. It's insane. Corki can easily take Phosphorus Bomb at level 1. The burst damage is insane.
Even if it doesn't end up as a proper counter jungle, if they just place a ward at the blue buff, the blue golem, so to speak.
They can steal it out. Blitzcrank can just grab out the blue golem
and be gone right there. Yeah. So this is going to be very interesting to see this lineup. Or maybe, SGS are just trying to push the golem into the base. No, just joking. They need a lot of
if they did have Syndra, they could play, toss the golem everywhere. So it'd be like, Blitzcrank pulls the golem out, Syndra leashes him for a bit and then throws the golem. And then Blitzcrank has another grab and it'd be like the pulling of golem to everywhere else.
Yes, for those of you who have not actually tried Syndra, you can actually pull most of the neutral minions from behind their walls. The range is actually very far.
You can pull, in fact, everything behind your walls except for Baron and Dragon, where you can't no skills actually affect them that way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So this will be quite interesting to see. As Syndra, well, it was just unlocked yesterday, and then it is in the Taiwan tournament realm, but then no one is using it, so to speak, for today. So because I suppose it's going to be very hard to use something so new just randomly, like you didn't have enough time to think of a strategy up for it or to test it out.
Yeah.
I was like hoping maybe we get to see Syndra, because she is a quite fun champion overall.
She is definitely fun. So while we wait for them, we're going to be having our Ask Us Anything session again. So ask us either on the YouTube channel or on the IRC chat, and we'll answer. So yeah.
No more questions about the weight. Maybe until I break Pseudo's back, I'll let you know how heavy I am and how heavy it takes for someone to break someone who's worth 70 plus kg, right?
I'm not sure about that.
It's okay,
I really don't. To be honest, I really don't.
It's okay. You just need to say yes. You want to get. Okay, that sounds correct. I was gonna say something, but never mind. Erase that thought from my head. You all need to know what it was. It wasn't something that you all need to know. So, do you have anything? No questions yet?
No questions. So far nobody asking. People are saying hello, so a lot of hellos there to you guys out there. Apparently Singapore is having some ringing sound. I have no idea what.
Is it on our side or is it?
No, it's actually on the Singapore side. Some people were talking about it a little bit earlier.
Was it? Okay, so we're not sure what's happening right there. And okay, so actually on our side, KLH players keyboard has some problems, so they might restart the game, and we will see what happens then. We will take some time to resolve this issue, and we will get back to you guys when we know. When you know what is happening actually.
Okay, so we have two questions, very, very quickly. The first question is, Pseudo, you found a girlfriend for Teddy yet?
That's for you.
Yeah, and it's for me. So have I found a girlfriend for you? The answer to that is no.
Because he himself is single, lonely.
Are you sure I'm single? Wait, are you sure I'm single?
Unless you're gay, I'm quite sure you're single.
Ouch!
Yes, thank you for asking me the question.
Ouch. Okay. So yeah. No, I have not found a girlfriend for Teddy. I never knew I was in the market to look for a girlfriend for you, but apparently I am now. So that could be one of the challenges that you give to us.
Yeah, so what happened to the homework for players? That's something that will partially be included in the upcoming podcast. If you have been following Pseudo's page, you will know that
The podcast is back.
not yet, coming back. We
The,
have no dates yet. Come on.
the podcast will be coming back sometime in October. That's the current plans that we have. And yes, it's going to be pretty interesting. I won't tell you who possibly could be on the podcast, but the arrangement is going to change slightly different. And with the podcast coming back, I will also be releasing articles,
Oh, yes.
weekly articles on theories for beginners as well as for advanced users. So there'll be two different types of articles coming out about interesting things that have been going on in the region and a little bit explanation as to why.
Please shoot down all his theories so I can just anytime you're just wrong, Pseudo. You should have listened to me.
Yeah, no.
Yes. There's space.
I like
So-
how Derp Kia said I'm not gay according to the Malaysian education standards. So for those of y'all who are Malaysian,
It's like a V.
for those of y'all who are Malaysian and know what the internal joke is about, apparently or allegedly, Malaysian education system came up with guidelines of how to spot gay symptoms. One of it was V-necks, that's why Teddy decided to turn my shirt into a V-neck. The additional thing was carrying large handbags and wearing bright colored clothes. So, yes.
We'll answer that later. That's not important anymore. The game has started.
The game has
It's been-
started and we'll be going back in.
So we see right now everyone's going to move into position. As we mentioned, the SGS does have a stronger invasion as well overall the champions. So we're going to see how well this plays off. And Yorick does meet Rengar right there at the bot lane. So they do know there's going to be a lane swap already planned and the ward being planted down, a very early ward. So it's going to be interesting to see whether they do swap back the lanes to how it should be. As this is still up top defending, Lux close to the Wraiths, and then Hockey and Rengar just sticking by the blue. Alisa just waiting down like a boss. If anyone gets enter his brush, Kain is just gonna power rise and say, "Get out."
No, the thing is, what's interesting about Alyssa is none of them have actually put a point into any of their skills yet. Like if you look at Rengar and if you look at Alyssa, they have not put a point in yet. So it's going to be based on whatever reaction it is. Unlike for Carter's, he already put up his lay waste. So he's definitely definitive on what he wants to start out with. So yes, that's what's happening. I don't know about this lane swap on the side of Singapore Sentinels. I like the fact that Rengar could possibly go up against
Wait, they're actually gonna give the blue to Yorick, and Yorick will teleport down to bottom. So this is something similar to what M5 did one of the last year's tournaments, where they had Gangplank, a top lane Gangplank, and it's Shyvana, Jungle.
It was recently done in the TSM Invitationals as well.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Whoa. I mean, it's not.
It was
quite bad.
also done
I mean, okay.
last week on GPL. DPA did this, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yes. Okay.
yes, one of them did do
Maybe
it. So
taking too
yes.
far. And also not only that, I just was remember even the any finals, so to speak, TSM did that as well. Shyvana took the red, but then they gave the blue to the mid lane. They didn't really give it to the top laner.
No, they didn't give it to the top laner, they gave it to the mid laner for the early advantage. Now, what I'm seeing here is that Rengar is free farming.
Mhm.
Jeong and Hagane did pick up the red and will be headed down. I don't know if Vayne will do all that well against Rengar, simply because the bushes are there, so it's going to force Hagane to have double wards, and look at that. Chawi immediately getting dropped down
Lower than half.
extremely fast. I like the fact that the wall of pain came down immediately on it, and the reaction timing of Chawi to escape was impeccable.
Mhm.
Did
But
not
I said-
overreact, threw out his shield, and then flashed away. Perfect timing.
Yes. And right now we're gonna see the bot lane. They're actually gonna do back. They're actually gonna lane swap back. They know they really want to beat Singapore side really just want to shut down Jaeyoung with his Vayne and Nunu combo, so to speak, for KL Hunters. And right now the lane swap has happened. Monkeys with the blue buff. You know, you are just reaching level 2 because of the lane swap. Monkeys at level 3 is going to be a heavy advantage. Even though Rengar is able to hide into the rush, it's not going to help him up so much against the Ghouls. Even though he can heal himself for 15% of his max health every time he reaches the max stacks for his ferocity, it's going to be quite hard for him right now, I believe. Rengar is just going to be playing more passive, and Lee is there ready to gank, and they saw it coming because there was a ward right there for those of you for looking overall what's happening. And this is just very, very solid plays overall by both teams so far.
I mean, it is really solid plays. The reverse lane swap that what Singapore Sentinels did, I think was fine. And look at that. Everybody just stealing away health from each other. Monkeys does have a little bit of advantage because of his blue. But notice the difference here. Even with blue, he doesn't have a huge advantage. He's unable to do significant amounts of damage that pushes Hallelujah to a point where he basically breaks.
Rengar is one of those champions that really, if you cannot burst him down, you can't really push him back totally. Because he will just wait to charge up his stacks, and see, there goes, heals back his life almost to 50% right there, just as we were talking about it. And so just focus a bit more right now at the bottom lane. It's going to be very interesting to see how this turns out. Blitzcrank Corki against Vayne and Nunu. Vayne, known as one of the weakest early game champions, so to speak.
For AD carries,
For AD carries, yes. And it's going to be very hard to follow up with all the... If he gets caught, he'll be forced to flash, definitely. Because the stun combo from...
the stun combo? You mean the knockout combo?
Sorry. Yeah, it's knockout combo. But I just realized I made a mistake. Ikuruko is actually playing AD, and Darkness is actually playing support.
Yeah. Did you not notice that?
Yeah,
It was actually out in the pre-marketing for
I just forgot because I'm so used to Darkness.
And look at the top, what's happening right there. Monkeys will be going down, but he flashes away just in time. Amazing place there. Jaeyoung at the bottom getting very, very low. He got grabbed, the ignite went off, and Corki's Gatling gun did go off. So a lot of interesting things happening across the map at a very single time, both in favor of Singapore Sentinels. Come on, Singapore Sentinels,
okay.
I want to see that.
It's a 100-goal lead. I'm going to shut you down.
No, I'm not worried about that. But what's happening here is that Monkeys is teleporting down. Looks like Darkness will go down. The Condemn does go off, but... Oh!
Nope. So Yorick, and then I'm going to charge down onto Ikuruko. Ikuruko using flash and heal, but Monkeys does have enough health to run in. No problem. Tank the few hits, give Jaeyoung the kill, but Jaeyoung might die.
And Jaeyoung will die!
Oh.
Yes, look at that. I like the fact that Equivocal knew what was happening. They were there, they were very present. In the last minute, Blitzcrank did jump in, did give her the additional damage of the electrified grab. What's that called? No, I mean the punch. Yeah, the electric punch, dealing her the extra damage, slowing her down just for a little bit so that Corki could get the escape to get a little bit further. And at the tower range, they knew that the moment Yorick decided to move back, the tower would shift aggro onto Jaeyoung, and Jaeyoung went down for it. So as much as he got the additional goal out there, Corki got some gold as well. So in terms of goal, a little bit in favor of KL Hunters, but I like that it was a 3-on-2, and still they managed to take down the AD carry, the most important one out there. And at the same time, Rengar was pushing the top tower, so great job on the side of Singapore Sentinels. Great job indeed.
Yes, but overall it was very well planned, so I think KLH were prepared for this because the teleport happened just as soon as the gang field at top. You know, Yori had to go back, so they wouldn't expect him to teleport so fast back into somewhere. They were expecting him to walk back to the top lane. They would not expect his presence at all, and the bottom rush were not warded at all for Singapore Sentinel side, and it was warded for KLH, and they just teleport into the back ward and just charged in, and they just decimated both for Singapore Sentinel side.
Look what's happening here. Kailing is going in with Chowi to steal the blue. He walked across the map to steal the blue, and they are currently doing it right now. What's interesting is that KL Hunters has no map awareness about what's happening there. Look at the amount of wards being placed down by Singapore Sentinels. That's really, really great here. And Chowi throwing in his Luminescent Orb, but will not actually get... Oh, the ultimate actually just screeches him just by a little bit. Chowi brings him down, and it is 2 for 2 Singapore Sentinels. Come on, make it happen for me. I want to see the 50 sit-ups.
Okay. As we were talking about top, we can see right now it's going to be a 4-man fight right there. Nunu's being caught back by the rocket grab. So it's going to be a 1-for-1 trade right there.
Chowi brings him down.
Yes.
And it's 3 for 3. So it's building up that the goal difference is exactly the same. There is no difference whatsoever. I'm liking this fast action, fast-paced game. I really like it. It's driving me. It's driving me insane. Look at that. Hallelujah is still continuously pushing the top lane, allowing the minions to chip away at that tower, and that tower is down to maybe less than a quarter health, somewhere around that range. And that at 8 minutes by a Rengar. A Rengar's not meant to be pushing turrets, but with that actually to happen...
AP Rengar is meant to push turrets.
But he's not exactly playing AP, is he?
He's a hybrid.
He's a Doran Shield.
Okay, yeah, but just with this rune set, just that amount of boost, I would say that it's actually just enough for Rengar. If he uses W twice, it's enough to clear off the creeps, just with that additional slight boost for the magic penetration, I believe. Because if I remember, I bought a Kage pick and I did it. I know you max W first. Okay, let's just check what Rengar has. And Rengar, yes, he maxing the W. He does 210. Against minions, it's going to be full damage because the magic resist is not that high. And then twice will be 420. It will definitely kill the range, but the melee minions will have just a bit more health left. It's very easy to clear up. You can see in terms of the trade right there is a sustained fight happening. And right now, actually, at bottom again, engage going on. I don't think Jaehyung got caught, but he's right. He's fine. Just brought down the half health. But just farming at the tower with Nunu and Vayne together, the combination is going to be quite easy. You can see right there, in terms of shielding up instantly, it is in the favor of Hallelujah.
It definitely is. Thank you. It's in the favor of Singapore Central.
No, it's just in the favor of that. But when it comes to the team fight, not going to know.
Oh, look at that damage.
I didn't see anything.
Just look at that huge amount of damage, forcing Monkeys to use his health pots up there, forcing to take additional minion hits because he doesn't want the minions to be targeted by the turret. And just look at that once again, forced to use his ultimate. Monkeys possibly will go down.
Will survive. Just nice. I saw him the last second he used his abilities to get some HP back, so you're wrong. I was like, yes.
Just barely there, but look, Chowi goes in again, refreshes his blue buff. That's amazing there. So Lux is going to spam continuously. The extra 20% cooldown reduction is definitely going to help out leaps and bounds. And if you look at things, Karthus is almost completing his Rod of Ages. Lux already has 2 Dorans, and when Lux goes back, it's going to be very interesting. I like the fact that Singapore Central is coming in something with Goldens here. Will the Glab actually go off? The Glab should go off, and bye-bye. Just like that, for the tree.
I believe that Goldens did not want to waste his flash. He think that even though he flash, he might still get caught, or Alistar or Blitzcrank might just flash.
It was the light binding, it was a possible grab from Blitz. So it was a lot of different combinations that he could have gotten caught from, so yes.
And this is the one thing, so I suppose, is being played very well by SGS. I've had to say, sad to say, which I do not want to say, is that when you have a Blitzcrank support, he needs to be more aggressive. He needs to go help out other lanes if possible, because of his extra movement speed, and the Vulcan Gap will help all this things happen. We can see right now, wow, Darkness being very aggressive together. We can see them diving onto Jaehyung, and the Rocket Grab hits onto Jaehyung. He pushes back Corki. The ultimate goes down from Karthus, but it's not going to be enough to take anyone down there. And that was very, that was very badly played by KLH. I will not mention the opponent team's name.
Great job on Singapore Sentinel side. I like the fact that Blitz actually went in solo. The exhaust was on, managed to get really, really close. And then we have the Valkyrie that moves in. Look at that, Golden's taking huge amounts of damage. Wow, even less than half health. What's going on with Chowi here? That magic penetration boots the Sorcerer's Shoes from there is definitely helping him leaps and bounds. He is 3-0 at the moment and is looking to be really, really strong. When he goes back for the second time, he's definitely going to come up with interesting things. If we look at the difference of supports now, we look at Alistar, we look at Blitzcrank. For Blitzcrank, he has 2 GP5s just completed and 1 boots. And on the other side, where we have Nunu, we see that the first GP5 is not even completed yet. So that just shows the difference of what's happening in the bot lane. That so much so that Blitzcrank is that much ahead where he can complete 2 of his GP5s and Nunu has not completed his.
I believe it was because Nunu was focusing more on buying wards, but I can see right here, Epeon's going to get caught. It's crank there, the Rocket Gap, they flashes away. Wow, both of them flash to try to get the kill. And yes, both of them did burn out their flash right there. They did try to get the kill onto Epeons. Epeons did burn 2 flashes there. That was very well played. Yes, Epeons kick them away, give them the Dragon Rage. Just like how I'm going to kick Pseudo's ass soon after this.
We shall see.
I said the wrong word. I don't say that.
Anyway. People are saying they don't like me because I'm supporting the other side. Oh well.
Love for the bear. Anyway, focusing back onto the game, you can see right here, the kills difference is just by 2, and also but the goal difference is solely leading to Singapore's Sentinel side.
Yeah, it's almost 2k. I'll look at shall we teleport in? Bye-bye, Hagane, not even a chance. But it's in a good job that it was Hagane that got caught out and not Jaehyung. So the AD carry still lives, possibly can do a little bit of extra farming even at tower range, but what's bad for the side of Singapore Sentinels, what's bad for the side of KL Hunters is that Chowi is now 4-0. Wherever he is, whenever he engages into a fight, he lands the kill. He doesn't end up with an assist. He lands the kill. And that's really, really strong.
And you can see how you're gonna break the top turret already, pushing up very aggressively. Yorick, being one of those champions, if you can out-sustain him and out-damage him, he's really that much more weaker. And overall the picks right now for KL Hunters is really for the end game side. End game composition, the Vayne Yorick combo, and we can, as well as Carters all together during the team fights. The damage output they have is going to be exponentially increased. And we can see right now, Douglas
No.
Oh, the fish frocking on both Lee Sin and Jeong right there. Very well played by Equivoker. And Lee Sin trying to go for the kill, but got knocked out.
Oh, look at that grab! That grab was amazing. Just in time, Jeong actually going down very, very low. Chowi not being able to get him. The laser does not actually end up in line. But look at this damage being dealt out here. They possibly could go in. Kailing is coming in. And if he lands a headbutt pulverize, it could spell disaster for KL Hunters. It definitely could. But it looks like at the bottom lane, things will be backing off. Not much actually happening there. I love that grab. That grab was amazing. What do you think about that?
What grab? I didn't see anything happen. Just focusing right now, you see Yorick and Rengar right there. Talking about Rengar, he actually doesn't need to build anything, so to speak, in the early stages. He doesn't need to really boost his damage or boost his AP. If he just boosts his survivability right there, see with the Doran Shield and with the Spirit Visage, he just heals up so much more with his abilities. Which makes him so to speak, strong and weak champion at the same time, because he's very dependent on his ferocity stacks and his abilities. When he does not have them at all, he just really becomes very big, and we can see, wow.
Force to flash, perhaps. What will happen? Epions will be coming. Force to flash. Regrab out there. Look at that. Amazing. That's what you have. Great teamwork there. Lux ending another kill. That's 5-0. Will it be 6-0 to get godlike status?
Oh.
We shall find out soon. I actually thought that I was wondering why was Golden's all the way placed out there. Like,
yes,
it didn't really suit him all that well. Oh, look at that jump. Epions is actually really low. Force his ultimate. Dragon kick up there. Hallelujah is on his ultimate, being procced up there. Look at the ignite. Goes off. It looks like Epions will go down. No problem there. And it's 3-9. That happening. Dragon's being taken as well. Nothing much that KL Hunters could do about it. They had no ward to even see. And looks like they will be going on to Jaeyoung now. They will be moving in. Will the grab actually be landed up? They're definitely in place to they land the grab. The grab does go off. Pulverize. Lasers. Lasers everywhere. Another kill. Finally, one assist for Shawi. And it's 6-0 at this moment. 6-0. Will it be 7?
That smile on your face. That creepy smile on your face. Just like a stalkerish head.
Hey, it's not a stalker. How do you know what face a stalker has? I'm happy because the team I'm supporting is winning. It prevents Teddy from getting that 3 extra points. And it's one step closer to seeing Teddy do 50 sit-ups. Why not?
Because crushing your back is much more interesting. You should totally let me crush your back, even though, you win this Vasia or something. And we can see right here, everything is moving in the favor of Singapore Sentinels with that about 6k gold difference onto Singapore Sentinels advantage. And overall, as we did mention, the early game champions, the overall CC composition is actually in the favor of Singapore Sentinels. So really, right now, it really lands up to how KLH can really just slowly farm up, drag the game from ending, make sure that Singapore Sentinels do not destroy too many objectives, because it's going to make it too hard for them to defend and farm up. As all this right now lies onto how well how well Monkeys, Goldens, and Jeong end up in the late game. In terms of their survivability, the damage they deal, and we can see right there, wow. Oh.
Once again, godlike. I think what's interesting here, what KL Hunters actually needs to do now, I'm going to put aside the fact that I am supporting Singapore Sentinels for this game, but is they need to focus out Chowi. Chowi is the only major killer on the team. All the additional gold that can be collected from there is amazing. The other thing that what needs to be noted is that at the bottom it's going to be a kill as well. The other thing that needs to be noted, Kailing's coming in. Kailing just got a kill at the bottom. Equivocal will get a kill as well. I can never get... Oh, look at that clutch shield on Lux. I definitely want to go back and look at the replay of it later. That was just in time. Just amazing. But like what I was saying is that Chowi is the main person carrying the team now. Tofu is not there, even though Hallelujah's kind of keeping up with top. What they need to do is they need to bring down Chowi. Once that happens, Hockey isn't all that fed. Jeong will scale into the late game really well. So if they manage to do that, if they manage to pull the game into the very late game where Vayne is really strong, Karthus is stronger than Lux, that's what's going to happen, and that's what's going to win it for KL Hunters. But not if they go and overextend, not if they try to do crazy things. That's also going to happen. But they do have a one in there and stolen.
Ah, the laser.
Stolen.
Yes, and you can see Venga going to jump over the wall, going to chase on to bonus. There goes the bind. He will go down, but definitely he will help Lux get the kill right there. Yes, and there goes Chowie. Is legendary, but Jorvik's ultimate does keep it up again. We can see Ikkyuga charging in. Oh, Ikkyuga's going down, but right now Karthus being revived once again. Will he be able to do the damage needed onto Ikkyuga? Nope, he just dies right there. The ghost just goes off, and Yorick is chasing Lux. Where did Yorick?
No, Yorick's back in lane actually. And they look at this, a 19th minute Baron. This has not been seen very much in total in this whole thing. Kailing forced to use his ultimate to tank up the Baron, but Monkey sees that Monkeys has no mana, so he can't do much of anything. He can see it as Baron is being stolen and Singapore Sentinels crawls ahead a little bit further and not do anything.
You can see
exhausted.
Monkey's trying to charge in to get the kill onto Alistar as he does have the
shutdown does what happen.
Yes.
I like this.
Double kill on to Bonus, and yes, they land a quadra kill and they take the Baron with the Karthus ability right there. And that was very well played by KL Hunters. They all moved into position, they all rushed in. As you can see, they all were going very low. They're all using the abilities to take down Baron as fast as they could, but it was not fast enough. If their AD carry was Vayne, it would definitely be fast enough with the extra true damage. But Corki, yes, you suck as an AD carry. You don't have that much attack speed. You just have high burst, but once the burst is down,
yes.
And now we can see right now KLH is going to charge in. They're going to break up the turrets, and they might even get the inhibitor if they are fast enough, and they might force a team fight to happen inside SGS base, and this will lead to KL Hunters' victory. As you can see right now, Venga's going to charge in, do his burst damage, but it's not going to be enough. You can see Alistar charging in, the headbutt power rise, and Jaeyoung going to use his ultimate, poke down Venga. Venga flashes out. Last ultimate.
Look at that! Look at that! Jaeyoung will go down as well. Hagane will be chased. It was most of him that did go down. The chase will continue out, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see if they can land anything else from this. As much as KL Hunters could take the advantage of the towers, what was interesting to note is that as soon as Singapore Sentinels could come out from their revival spawn time, they would definitely have the advantage once again. Even a Baron buff is there, KL Hunters does not have the scaling, and this is certainly not late game yet. So with this happening, I don't know if this is valuable for KL Hunters. They could have taken the outer turret at the top lane as well and split up both lanes to take the two very safe turrets. Instead, they decided to go for the very fast push down mid, and now Singapore Sentinels can take back in return 2 additional turrets. So, I don't know. I don't know how worth it that was, to be honest.
And there's gonna be a slight technical issue right now since the fight is ended. I'm gonna fix this. So can we have a side screen change back to us while I do this fix so no one needs to know what's happening by our side?
No. The screen, yep, yes. There we go. Okay, so I shall rise again. Thank you guys for supporting me. I'll let you guys know what's exactly happening here. There's no fights that's going on. KL Hunters is going to take the dragon, and looks like Chowie will be coming in to steal. No, he does not steal the dragon. The smite does go off, and dragon is being taken on the side of KL Hunters. So yeah, Lux's ulti was just barely coming up there. Nice. Still being controlled by Singapore Sentinels. I like that a lot. And FPL is actually getting poked quite a bit.
Yes, and we can see right there, actually, from your argument, I would say that pushing all the 3 towers in the middle is much more favorable, so to speak, because it's the easiest way to get into the opponent's base. And right now, if we have just taken out the outer turrets for the top, middle, and bot, it's not going to be enough. And right here, we can see, right now, without the tower, KLH gets charging. If they're out of position, it's going to be very easy for them to catch people. So the wall of pain pushing everyone away, further a bit out. At least have the charging. Venga is a bit to charging, but not to move out once their flash is out. The team fight earlier. You can see right now, Jaeyoung doing tons and tons of damage, just slowly poking and chipping it down, moving on to Lux, now going on to Corki actually, and we can see taking down Blitzcrank as well, and there goes all the kills down. It was just a 4-for-1 trade right there. You can see, yes, that was a perfect decision making right there for KL Hunters. They went down the mid, and definitely
Hagane was allowed to channel his full ultimate. Chowie could possibly go down. Oh, not that ace.
Yes, and it goes an ace right there. totally into the favor of KL Hunters, and they might have the ability to end the game now as Vayne and Nunu is alive with the attack speed. But okay, never mind.
They're not
It's not into the
focusing.
game. Yes, they're not focusing. It's not the end game yet. They might take down 2 turrets, but they have to fall back after that. As Alistar is coming back
Kyling is out.
Kyling will be out soon, but just Alistar is not going to be enough against Nunu and Vayne without his ultimate right there. It's going to take him down instantly. No, wait, they're actually going to focus onto the Nexus. Yes, onto the Nexus. And yes, this might be a GG right there. Yes. Yes, the power of the underdogs just beating them. Oh, yes. I would say something bad, so to speak. It's not really foul, but that's how people say. You say, sao pei, that would mean, you should keep your skin back, you should. Yes, the joy and the sadness of Pseudo fills me. I'll be more energetic. And yes, Bangkok Titan means Bangkok Titans will win the next game as well.
I don't know. I must agree that the last engage on the KL Hunter side was really well planned. Singapore Sentinels did nothing to stop the full Nunu ultimate. Kyling went down ridiculously fast, even with his ultimate being proc. And at the last moment, Jing was still alive. Carter's put up Requiem, and the team basically decimated. I like the fact that Yorick chased out Chawi away from the whole fight where he could not deal all that much damage. So, very well played. Very well played to KL Hunter's side. Even though I am Malaysian, and for this match I was supporting Singapore Sentinels, definitely hats off to them. Very well played.
So let's look back to the score screen. If you want to actually notice before, let's looking at the goal difference. It will actually not be that large because you can see they got the shutdowns at the Baron, and they got the Baron. There's a lot of gold, and they pushed down 3 towers at the same time. That actually pushed up the goal difference to just 1k actually, but then they got killed back. It became to a 3k difference, but that was just what KLH needed because most of the kills went on to Yorick, Jaeyong, and on to Carter's. They bought the items needed. We can see Carter's there at the end game already with his Zonya, and Jaeyong with the Blood Thirster and almost Phantom Dancer done, but with the Blood Boy from Nunu, it is about the same thing. And with Yorick with enough damage and survivability, the Phage, Mana Mune, as well as the Spirit Visage, totally just stomping SGS. Because if SGS were to fight with the tower in the mid lane still there, they might win the fights because of the binding of the CC. They just need to force KLH to engage because Chawi with his lasers, with the long range abilities, with Corki, can clear up the minion waves very, very quickly.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
That was very, very true, and the analysis given was very comprehensive out there. I don't think so there's very much to be said. Great job on KL Hunter's side. The ball kind of dropped on the side of Singapore Sentinels. The positioning was just out for them and not really done impeccably. I like the fact that the targets were decisively chosen by KL Hunters, and they went for their targets.
Yes.
And that's what basically caused the spread out and led them to victory.
At the last team fight, they were all not in the mid lane yet. You could see that one was from the far left, one in the mid, 3 at the far right. Yep. That's why they all got caught, all separately. Kyling rushed in to push everyone away so that the team can get into position. But Alistar, one of the bad things of Alistar, his CC combination is very good, very high. But once he uses his combo, if his teammate cannot follow up, he has no way of escaping at all.
Indeed.
Yes, which is one of the reasons why I think nowadays you see a lot of games, Alistar is not really that much of a favorable pick anymore.
Any longer, yeah.
See banned right now.
People just realize that there is a way to go around and handle Alistar. So long as he doesn't have a super early game advantage with like 3 additional kills, he can be easily dealt with. But basically that was game number 1.